Hi everyone, this is another update for you guys. As you recall, my last video that I upload regarding 7 kilowatt set kilowatt of power and the 3000 watt inverter. So it's about 12. Let me show you guys the time. It's about 12:21. 12:21. I just switched the power on because what I did some preparation. I was able to switch the power to the whole entire house. I'm about to show you guys that, but I do not advise anyone to do what I just did there. I'm not an electrician. I'm trying my best here. The simplest way is the easiest way to do it. There's nothing to it. It's simple. Okay. So I hope you guys understand. This is DIY. You do it yourself. If you're not capable of doing it yourself, don't try. Do not try. Do not attempt to do it if you cannot do it. If you're not sure you can do it. Let me give you a little bit ideas what's going on right now. I have those batteries. They are 46. They are 36 volts. They are AM3. They were 36 volt. I converted to 48 volt. I have multiple videos online show you guys how to convert them. Okay. Let me give you an example. This is a 24 volt. This is 24 volt. It was a 36. I take 12 batteries out of it. Now there is 24. What is it? 36. I think it takes 4 times 4. That's 16. I take 16 battery out of this. Whatever it is, that's a 24 volt. Okay. I think the pack itself come with 48. I bought it from Battery Client's house. They're pretty good. They're very nice. If the battery it's not fully charged, it's zero. You don't have to return it. You just have to take a video or somehow to convince them battery is dead, so you can actually do it. So actually they can see it, so they can send you a new one. No question asked. That happened to me, one of those batteries. I have a bunch of them here. I need to set another pack. Right now I'm testing this pack. I have about 13 of them. It's 13. Okay. I want them to I can put at least 16 there. But I want the battery to breathe because this is a garage. You may not be able to breathe better. So I put space between them. As you can see, space. But you can breathe here. And the garage is very bit hot in the summer. I have to find a way to put an AC here. In the meantime, this is what we have here. I have a BMS controlling the battery. If the battery is inside getting heat, the BMS will shut itself off. So I'll show you guys how to program that in the future video. I'm going to have a video on the JDB BMS in the future. So what we have here, we have a about 7 kilowatt of power sitting here. I'm taking 10 amp out of it. Now I'm going to give you what I've been going to past couple of days, how to calculate the same, make sure the wire is correct. See, I don't want nothing to happen to my house, but I'll make sure I'm safe. Okay, everything's done safely. Now let me give you, as I told you guys, this is 7 kilowatt with 100 amp BMS. I think I'm gonna have a disconnect for each pack. I'm gonna have multiples up here and some up there and a lot of them at the bottom. Okay, I have room for it. I'm gonna fill it up. Now tonight I'm testing the battery. This is what I have. I'm taking out 10 amp. I just turned the whole house using 110 power. I'm gonna explain this. I'm gonna explain to you guys how I did it. First and foremost, I preset the battery. Everything is good to go. Now I set up the BMS. It's monitoring the battery. Everything balanced pretty good, but I do have cell number 6 and cell number 13 that's giving me a little bit of problem. Every now and then they just balance themselves, okay? And cell number 6 charge quick, and cell number 13 is just a little bit slow to charge. Right now I'm not sure what's going on, so I'm just monitoring it to my Bluetooth BMS, okay? Bluetooth controller. Now, this is what I have here. I have 3000 watt inverter. This is pretty nice, and I bought this thing for I think $3,300 on Amazon. I see the price went up by $50. I don't know why. Since I posted that video, the price went up by $50. I do not know if it's that the video that caused it. Okay, this is running pretty smooth, and the fan came in earlier. Now it just went down and there's no more fans. I'm not gonna charge tonight. There's no way to charge tonight, so. And I have a mixed sky blue controller charging the battery. Right now I never used the battery. Last time I did the video, I tried to do the video, and I only turned on one side of the house, and I was not able to do whatever I needed to do. Right now, this is what I have. This is 14 gauge wire. It's going inside the house. Now the fan pop on again. Okay. I have a 14 gauge wire. Why? I'm gonna explain to you guys what's going on. Okay, I have 14 gauge of wire going inside the house. Some of the wire is not 14. But I don't have enough wire to do the test, and it's a test I'm doing. Because I'm doing the test, this is temporary stuff, and because I ordered some new wire. This is not my actual inverter who's gonna give power to the house. This is not it. I have a bigger inverter's coming in sometime in a couple months. Okay, I think it's from Taiwan. They're pretty good inverters. So the purpose of this test is just to see how long this battery can last if the whole house is running all night. I don't have no ACs going to it. Let me give you a little bit about the wires. I think this is 22 gauge wire. If anything happened between the pack, the wire will blow off. In other words, it will sever connection. If it does sever connection, there won't be no fire. And this battery, they are very safe. The A1 battery, they're very safe. They are Lifepo battery. What can I say about this pack? The pack is well put together. So, and somebody was using a wire. It was really 10 gauge. So I knew if you use a type of certain wire. If you look at the BMS there is about 1 amp going to the batteries from this little tiny wires. The thing is so tiny, when you're cutting it, you gotta be careful not to cut the whole thing when you strip it down. So basically, this wire is the best, and I think this is pretty good. And I have seen this thing in action where the wire just blow up, it just burn, and it sever the connection. Yeah, I may have some mishap. Okay, so I'm 100% sure something went wrong here, or a rat or any type of animals get in here. They make those wires touch each other. The power will cut off immediately. So I'm not concerned about this. And I'm gonna have a glass. I'm gonna get glass door, cover the whole thing. So it's gonna be cool. Alright. So this battery is pretty good. So it's working. The fan just come on, make a lot of noise. I'm taking 10 amp. This is what I was gonna talk to you about, right? I was gonna talk to you about this. Thanks a lot. The fans come off. I want to tell you now, I was telling you about this wire. Okay, this wire, the white wire, is 14 gauge. By my calculation, there's nothing in the house which is gonna be needed power, as you can tell from the JDB BMS. I'm only taking 10 amp out of the battery. So from all that, this is 10 gauge. This wire is stranded 10 gauge. Alright, this is a copper. I think this thing can produce more than 100 amp because it was coming from the battery. I used the copper, came with the battery, and it can produce close to 200 amp. I believe that's what the thing says. I don't know, somebody was telling me this, but I just needed my BMS 100 amp. There is no way I'm going to take out more than 100 amp from this. This is 100 amp BMS. Okay, so 10 gauge wire each pack. The most I will take from a pack is 10 amp. This thing can produce more. Imagine you're taking 10 amps out of this combined together, and each pack is giving you 120, 130 amp, because it's 13 packs in here. Remember, this is 100, this is 100 amp. Not no 100 amp gonna goes to it. I'm gonna have another pack right here, another pack up there, another pack up there. So basically, my battery, and every level, every level, I'm only getting 10 amps out of this, because there's nothing in the house require all that. I'm gonna have a central air. This probably added to 20 amp. So like I said, this wire is temporary. It's temporary because I don't have enough wire. The real wire gonna come in. I'm gonna get rid of that inverter. This is only for test purposes. I'm taking only 10 amp in the house. I'm gonna go to the house with you guys and show you what I did. The connection is funny and it's very risky, but I think it's safe. Okay, that inverter will shut itself off. It's really good. This BMS will shut itself off, and I don't think I can take 100 amp and anywhere in here. This is the proof. There's everything in the house except the AC is not on. Yeah, I'm not running AC tonight. Okay, I have a fan in the living room. I'm gonna turn the fan on. I'm gonna see how much power I'm gonna take out of it. Now I'm gonna show you what I did downstairs. This is what I did, guys. I have a wire coming from the house. That wire is so thick. I believe this wire can go up to 30 amp. It's very thick. This wire is connected to this hole and connected to this plug. Okay, that's the wire that gives power to the garage. What I did, I take it out. I have the white as neutral. So I take the white wire as neutral. I plug it in here. Okay, that's the neutral of the 220. Okay, now I have the black, which is the hot wire. This is the black wire. I divide it in two. I plug one to the 120 plug. I put the other on the other 120. So now the house has a fake 220 volt inside of it. Let me repeat that again. I take the white wire, which is neutral. Neutral. Is that neutral? I don't know the term of it. I connect it to the neutral on these backs here. It's right here. I'm sorry because the wire is white. I had a short wire. It was too short. The connection couldn't get done. Okay, this is temporary. I have all the wire, special wire coming in for this. I want to test the battery before I did that. If I got all the stuff coming in. This cable go to the patch panel. It's go to a 220. Go to a 220 voltage. This used to be the washing machine, the dryer of the house. So what I did, I take the white wire, connect it to the neutral of this little plug here. So we got two 120 each left. So I take my black wire, I split it in two, connect one side to one side, the other one side. So in other words, you bring me two fake 220. That's a fake 220. Okay, now everything in the house can run. If it's required 220 voltage, if it doesn't have a motor. Anything in the house can run 220 voltage as long as it doesn't have a motor. So I don't know if my fridge is working. My fridge has a motor. I'm going to find out in a few minutes if the fridge is working. Okay, so that's how I bring the power to the house. I don't have to change the patch panel. I don't have to do anything. I take a 220 voltage. There is a fuse of 30 amp on it. Let me go ahead and show it to you. Okay, as you can tell, the main breaker is off. Okay, this is on, this is off. As you can tell, it's on the other side. Okay, the main breaker, it is off. Okay, this is on this side, it turned the other side. I can tell it turned the other side, it is off. Okay, now my power, my power came from those two. This is two fuses. It take the two to 120 from this side, it take the other one from that side. So in this panel, one side is 120, the other side 120. So this plug, whatever, not plug, this fuses, it tapped to the other one. That's why we got 220 voltage here. That's the only thing in the house that 220 voltage. It goes to the washing machine. Okay? So now, by using that wire from the washing machine, the both side has full power. And I shut this thing off before I turn everything on, so the house has power. Let me show you all the lights. Now this is the washing area. This is right now. This represents a fake 220, but I got all the power in the house. Okay, this is the wire from outside from the garage. That's what's giving the power there. All right, as you can tell, I got light in the basement. There's light there. Let me go upstairs. I got light. There's a short bathroom that I have here. A small bathroom. As my previous video, last time my microwave was on, the kitchen light from the stove was on. I believe my fridge is on. I can hear the noise. My fridge is on. Yeah, I'm inside the freezer. You can hear it. My freezer is working. Ha ha! Oh my God. Freezer is working. I just put this thing in there. It's working. This is my TV. It is on. Yeah, that's my other project got going on. Okay. That's this side of the house. My internet is on. Okay. This is the light. Every light in the house is working. Every light is working. Okay. I don't want to turn the heat on. I'm not the AC. I do have an AC. I don't want to turn it on. The reason I don't want to do that. Now the TV is working 100%. That's one of my old video I'm watching, the previous one. TV is working 100%, as you can tell. So the power is on. Now I got to turn the fan. This fan's on. Let's see what happens. Then I'm going to go outside to see how much power. I cannot pass more than 15 amp. I'm not going to check to see how it is. I turn this thing on, remove the light. Fencing on is on. Now I'm going to go on the garage to see how much amperage I'm taking out. Alright guys, so I turned the fan on. It looks like I'm taking 20 amp. This thing shows 20 amp, but this thing is not showing 20 amp. Let me close this thing and start it over again. Yeah, that's it. Otherwise, I have to turn the amp. If it's 20 amp, I got to turn it off. This thing showing 20 amp. Why is it not warm? This thing is off. It says I'm taking 10 amps. 10, 11. The fence is on. This monitor thing, it's saying I'm taking 87 watts I'm using right now. Taking 20 amps out of the battery. I think this wire is 20 amp or 15 amp. Again, the wire is cold. There's nothing wrong. Let's see what happens. I'm going to monitor it for the night. I'll let you guys know how this thing turned out to be. But this thing showing me. Let me see this thing. Let me start over again. It's telling me I'm using 11 amp. 10.9, 11 amp. My fan is on. Okay. Now I would love to turn the AC on. Because of this wire, I will not do that. So this thing gonna be running all night. Most likely some of the light gonna be come off, and the TV gonna remain on. This is saying 20 amp. It's showing 20 amp. Showing almost the same thing with the battery. 53.1, 53. This one said 53. So this, the inverter and the monitor, they're saying the same. Amperage, I can't tell on this thing is, but in this one it says 11. It was saying 10. I turn on the fan. Now it's saying 11. All right, folks. This is the end of this video. I achieved a big step on my project. So I want to know how long this thing can run on those batteries. So I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna disconnect the power, the solar. I want to drain this thing all the way to down, all the way to the bottom, to see how long it can last. So let's see what happens. Let me disconnect this thing right now. This is the regulator. Take out this wire. This is the positive from the panels. So there is no panel. So by the time tomorrow, I don't think I'm gonna wake up early. So this is the end of this video because I don't like edit my videos. I don't like to do that. Reason for that is I don't know how to do it. I have the software. I don't know how to use the software. In the time being, this is what we have here. We got 11 amp. I got the 3000 watt inverter, and there was 7 kilowatt of batteries. Let's see if this thing can last tonight. There's not that much to it. The whole house is on the power right now. The whole house is on it. All right, folks. Until then, please share, subscribe. I have a lot more video coming up. I keep telling you guys this. I have a lot interesting videos coming up. It's all about what I do, what I need. If you are a homeowner, I got a bunch of stuff coming up for you. If you're into DIY, oh, yes, I'm going to have a plane. I'm going to build it myself. That's why I'm cleaning up the garage. I'm going to start from here. I got a lot of stuff coming up, guys. Please share, subscribe, and comment. Please comment. I'll do my best to answer you guys every single comment. Thank you very much. See you soon. Take care.